For those of you who are eligible to use a VA loan and you are looking to buy a home in Virginia, specifically even better if you're a first-time home buyer. Right now, I have 3 different clients I'm working with. 2 are active duty, 1's a veteran, and they are literally going to be getting money back at the closing table with purchasing their home. If we haven't met, my name is Chelsea Winstead. I am a home financing strategist and a mortgage broker. I do a ton of business out of Virginia, and as a PS, I am a prior Air Force officer, and I have used a VA loan myself the past 6 homes that we have purchased. So needless to say, I use this a lot, understand this program a lot, love it. For Virginia in particular, it is a phenomenal option. And for those of you, again, who are able to use a VA loan, so if you're active duty, if you're a veteran, this is like the perfect time to look at purchasing. Specifically too, at the end of Q4 and at the beginning of Q1, this is where you're going to have the most leverage as a home buyer. So just as like a PS, right now, a lot of people are able to negotiate the seller to pay for the bulk of your closing costs. On top of that, if you're able to use a VA loan, you do not actually have to put any money down for a down payment. And on top of that, Virginia has phenomenal first-time homebuyer programs that are actually grants. This is really unique because almost every state that I am licensed in, these state programs that are down payment assistance, very, very, very few of them are actually grants. Most of these programs are technically second liens, which means that you're actually like getting a second loan that sits on your property. Can just sometimes get a little hairy if you want to do refinancing, can kind of prohibit you from being able to move forward in some instances. So the fact that in Virginia in particular, if you can do a VA loan with no money down, negotiate for the sellers to actually cover your closing cost, and you get the grant money on top of it, what most of my clients are doing is we are utilizing a lot of the extra funds available to pay down the interest rate. And what that means for you is a lower monthly payment, which is the thing that most people care about. So this is more of just a like, hey, heads up, putting this out in the universe. If you are a VA buyer, specifically in Virginia, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, there's so much leverage and room for negotiation for you to get a phenomenal deal right now and to potentially even get money back at the closing table, which is basically unheard of. If you are interested, have been thinking about it, and specifically if you want to potentially buy within definitely 9 months or less, if you're 6 months or less out, we need to be chatting now. But if honestly, I think between last week in December, January, February, and probably first part of March, there's going to be a lot of ability for you to have really, 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 really strong negotiation power, specifically before buyers jump back into the market. There's already a ton of studies coming out that essentially are predicting that we're going to have a huge influx of home buyers coming back to the market because we've seen rates drop, and also because we are seeing a lot of markets cool off. So in a perfect world, obviously you can get into your home prior to the big wave of everyone else. So if you ever look at a bell curve, early adopters tend to, in this world, get the best bang for their buck because you're basically getting into the market before the masses get there. I say masses, right? Like no one ever knows, but from what's coming out, there is a big projection that come, April, May, June, July, a huge, amount of people are going to be looking to purchase homes that have been sitting on the sidelines. So Virginia, VA buyers, specifically if you're a first-time home buyer, let's have a conversation. You may just be damn well shocked at what you could get and how minimal of money you would need to bring to the table if this is you. If you have any questions, comments are open. Link on my profile, though, is the best way to kick off. First option is if you're looking to buy within the next 6 months. Second option is if you are a little bit further out than that, but you still want to have a conversation and figure out a game plan to move forward. Until next time.